Chase Elliott enters the upcoming NASCAR Cup Series race at Sonoma Raceway, carrying growing momentum and a renewed determination to strengthen his championship campaign. The Hendrick Motorsports driver has consistently positioned himself among the front runners throughout the 2026 season, and Sonoma presents another opportunity to capitalize on his road course expertise. As anticipation builds ahead of the race weekend, Elliott's ambitions have become a major talking point among rivals who recognize the threat posed by the number 9 team. Much of the attention surrounding Elliott stems from his impressive record on road courses. Over the years, he has established himself as one of NASCAR's most accomplished drivers on tracks that demand precision, braking control, and strategic execution. Sonoma has historically rewarded drivers with those strengths, leading many competitors to view Elliott as one of the favorites before a single lap has been completed. His ability to manage tire wear and maintain speed through technical sections remains one of his greatest advantages. Rival drivers have openly acknowledged that Elliott's confidence appears to be growing at an important point in the season. After several strong finishes in recent races, the former Cup Series champion has steadily improved his standing while avoiding many of the mistakes that have affected other contenders. That consistency has not gone unnoticed in the garage, where teams are increasingly viewing the number 9 Chevrolet as a serious threat for both the race victory and the championship battle. The spotlight intensified after Elliott discussed the challenges of modern road course racing. He emphasized that competition has become much tighter as teams continue to improve their road course programs, leaving little margin for error. While many rivals agreed with his assessment, some competitors interpreted the comments as a sign that Elliott and Hendrick Motorsports are preparing an especially aggressive strategy for Sonoma in an effort to secure a crucial victory. Adding to the intrigue is the fact that Sonoma Raceway often produces strategy-driven races where track position can be just as important as outright speed. Crew chiefs throughout the garage understand that Elliott's team has traditionally excelled in making smart decisions during caution periods and pit sequences. Several rivals have reportedly identified the number 9 team as one of the organizations they must beat if they hope to contend for the win on Sunday. Fans and analysts have also focused on Elliott's ambitions heading into the California road course. Discussions across motorsports media and social platforms have highlighted his ability to perform under pressure, especially when expectations are high. Supporters believe Sonoma could be the ideal venue for Elliott to return to victory lane, while skeptics argue that the depth of competition on road courses is stronger than ever and will make success far from guaranteed. Chase Elliott has emerged as one of the biggest talking points in the NASCAR Cup Series garage ahead of the upcoming race weekend, as rivals closely monitor the form and momentum of Hendrick Motorsports' most popular driver. After showing consistent speed in recent events, Elliott enters the race carrying heightened expectations from both fans and competitors. His ability to quietly position himself as a contender has sparked renewed discussion throughout the paddock, with several rivals acknowledging that Elliott remains a major threat whenever championship points and victories are on the line. Much of the attention surrounding Elliott stems from his impressive consistency over the past several races. While other contenders have struggled with crashes, penalties, and mechanical issues, the former Cup Series champion has steadily accumulated points and maintained a strong presence near the front of the field. This consistency has prompted rival teams to view Elliott as one of the most dangerous drivers entering the next stage of the season, particularly as the playoff battle continues to intensify. The spotlight grew even brighter following Elliott's recent comments regarding the increasingly aggressive nature of racing in the Cup Series. The Hendrick Motorsports driver emphasized the importance of balancing hard racing with respect among competitors, remarks that quickly generated discussion across the NASCAR community. Some rivals agreed with his perspective, while others suggested that modern racing conditions leave little room for caution when every position can determine a playoff berth. Several competitors have also pointed to Elliott's reputation for remaining calm under pressure as one of his greatest strengths. Unlike some drivers who become involved in public feuds or heated exchanges, Elliott has built a reputation for allowing his performance on the track to do most of the talking. That approach has earned respect from many within the garage, but it has also made him an even more difficult opponent to predict during crucial moments of a race weekend. Adding to the intrigue is Elliott's strong record at several of NASCAR's premier venues. Rival teams understand that when the number 9 team finds the right setup, Elliott possesses the racecraft and experience needed to challenge for victories against the sport's best drivers. Crew chiefs have reportedly placed additional emphasis on race strategy and track position, recognizing that Elliott often excels when races come down to late-stage execution. The growing attention has also extended to social media, where fans continue debating Elliott's championship potential. Supporters believe the Georgia native is quietly building momentum at exactly the right time, while critics argue that he still needs more victories to establish himself as the leading title favorite. Regardless of opinion, the discussions have only increased the spotlight on Elliott as race weekend approaches. Kyle Busch has become one of the most closely watched figures in NASCAR ahead of the upcoming race weekend, as his recent comments and competitive approach have sparked intense discussion among rivals throughout the garage. The veteran Richard Childress racing driver enters the event determined to reverse a challenging stretch of results, but his outspoken attitude and aggressive mindset have once again placed him at the center of attention. Several competitors have acknowledged that Busch remains one of the toughest drivers to race against, especially when he feels he has something to prove. Much of the recent attention stems from Busch's candid assessment of his season and his determination to fight for stronger finishes. During media appearances leading up to the race, the two-time Cup Series champion made it clear that he is unwilling to lower his expectations despite facing setbacks throughout the year. His confidence has drawn mixed reactions from fellow drivers, with some praising his competitive spirit, while others view his comments as additional pressure on an already tense championship battle. The spotlight intensified after Busch openly discussed the increasingly aggressive nature of racing in the NASCAR Cup Series. He suggested that drivers are taking bigger risks than ever before, particularly on restarts and during late race battles. While some competitors agreed with his concerns, others interpreted the remarks as criticism directed toward rival drivers, creating fresh debate throughout the paddock just days before the green flag drops. Several rivals have also pointed to Busch's history of using psychological tactics before major races. Throughout his career, the veteran driver has never hesitated to speak his mind when discussing competitors, race strategy, or controversial incidents. As a result, many drivers pay close attention whenever Busch addresses the media because his comments often become a major talking point before race weekend even begins. Adding to the intrigue is Busch's strong record at many of NASCAR's premier venues. Despite recent struggles, competitors recognize that the veteran remains capable of contending for victories whenever he finds speed in his race car. Crew chiefs and drivers alike have noted that counting Busch out is often a mistake, particularly when he arrives motivated by criticism or fueled by disappointing results from previous races. The discussion surrounding Busch has also gained momentum on social media, where fans continue debating whether his aggressive approach remains an asset or has become a liability. Supporters argue that his willingness to race hard is part of what has made him one of the most successful drivers of his generation. Critics, meanwhile, believe his confrontational style sometimes creates unnecessary conflict with competitors and distracts from his on-track performance.